Good afternoon and welcome to the Accesso Showwear Center in downtown Kent, Washington for today's WISL Championship game between Bellingham United and the Tacoma Stars Reserves. Alongside Ryan Perkins, my name is John McGlamory, and on behalf of FC Olympia, we are pleased to bring you this matchup today. These two teams, no strangers to playing each other in the championship game. In fact, these two teams have won every single WISL title between them, with Tacoma winning 3 of the last 4 and the last 2. And if the past is any indicator, this game could run hotter than a capybara in an Iowa summer night.
Yes, indeed, John.
Ryan, lots of history between these two teams, lots of bad blood, lots of history, you could say. What are you expecting to see from these two teams, knowing that Bellingham beat Tacoma in the regular season 5-3 in their only matchup this year?
Yeah, looking at a grudge match here from Tacoma after dropping a game up in Bellingham, and I just expect it to be incredibly physical, and I think that's going to be the name of the game today, is who's going to come out and force their will today in the championship here at the Western Indoor Soccer League at the Showwear Center.
Yeah, and speaking of the WISL, this year the league expanded to 9 teams, and the playoff bracket was pretty wild. There were 6 teams involved. We're down to the final 2. You look at the first round, it was South Sound FC losing to FC Oli.
Yes, sir. 5-4.
And Oli Penn Force beating Everett City in the opening matchup. And then last weekend, Oli went up to Bellingham and lost a tough game 6-3, and Tacoma Stars Reserves beat Oli Penn Force to set up the matchup we have today. Speaking of the expansion, though, let's take a look at the teams. 9 teams this year. It was kind of an interesting thing to go from 6 to 9 all of a sudden. Adding a team from Vancouver, adding another team from Snohomish. The Snohomish teams broke up into 2 teams. That was interesting as well. And and then South Sound FC coming back into the mix after a few-year hiatus. Ryan is one of the owners of FC Olympia. What does the expansion mean for the growth of arena soccer in the area?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. A variety of competition. Vancouver to Snohomish, and then the expansion in Tacoma with South Sound. And I think it provided a unique opportunity for teams that experience our opening round playoff of a quarterfinals for teams that weren't used to hosting a playoff. And so you saw South Sound hosting, and it's really an opportunity for programs and clubs to expand their operations and provide a little bit an exciting atmosphere with the playoff. So I thought it was a great thing for the clubs to expand this year.
Yeah, it was really good. And one thing it also did was it expanded the player pool and made the games a lot more competitive and a lot more fun to watch, and as a broadcaster, a lot more fun to call. Right now, the players are being introduced onto the field. Let's take a quick look at the rosters as we get ready to start today's game. Let's take a look at a couple players from each team. First with Bellingham, you've got 2 pretty good players in Richard Henderson and Kevin Flavin. Sorry, those 2 plavin. Just fantastic goal scorers, game managers.
Rich Henderson, first one to break the 100-goal mark in the Western Indoor Soccer League, and Flavin playing a little bit in the Major Arena Soccer League, and found his way. He was originally with Oli Penn and ended up with Bellingham.
Yeah, a lot of transitory players in this game. I mean, we could look at the Tacoma Stars Reserves and say, hey, this guy played for Olympia's outdoor team. This guy played for Olympia's outdoor team. And one of those players, Isidro Prado Huerta.
Oh, yeah, fantastic player. Played at the USL 2 inaugural year of 2022, and he's been with Tacoma Stars Reserves for years now, and he's definitely a versatile player.
Yeah, and can't mention the Tacoma team without talking about AJ Nitzel as well, just a stellar player.
Yeah, AJ is a one of those storied kind of whistle guys that's been around for a while and is a two-time whistle champ himself, and actually even played for Narrows, that little expansion team, for a bit.
Yeah, so lots of familiarity between these two teams. We're going to take a quick break and be right back for the start of this game after these few moments. And welcome back. Playing of the national anthem there. Let's take care of some housekeeping here. Officials tonight: crew chief Taylor Vance, floor referee Craig Allen, third official Ben Warren, and fourth official Kyle Greenwood. And if you just happen to be joining us today for the first time, indoor soccer, a little different than outdoor. Obviously, it's still soccer, but the rules are a little different. 6 cumulative fouls equals a blue card, which is basically a hockey power play. Player goes to the penalty box for 2 minutes. If you score, they come out. Same, you can get a blue card for dangerous tackle, dissent, any kind of thing the officials deem to be not game worthy, you can get a blue card for. And but coming from Olympia, Ryan, the field.
Yeah, the field
is humongous. This field is huge. Probably won't see any 3-line passes today.
Yeah, it's going to really come down to that foul accumulation and the big hits, because that's the name of the game in arena soccer is those power plays and the strategy that goes behind it for these two teams today, because it is definitely going to be physical today in this championship.
Absolutely. Let's quickly go over the starting lineups for both teams, starting with Bellingham. Number 7, Ivan Collin. Number 9, Richard Henderson. Actually, he's number 9, Richard Henderson. Number 6, Kevin Miraz. Number 12, Kevin Flavin. And number 10, Christian Caro, with Riley Little, number 1 in goalkeeper, longtime Bellingham United keeper. And for Tacoma, starting in goal, Luis Birretta. And out on the field, number 19, AJ Nitzel. Number 8, Amos Freiheit. Number 80, Chris Lozano. Number 82, Cale Spence. And number 84, Craig Johnson. Actually, no, let's replace that. Number 19. Oh, that's AJ Nitzel. Never mind. We're good. Number 6 is Jeff Bader. That's who we're missing here.
Yes, indeed.
Jeff Bader, another longtime veteran of the Whistle and the Stars. In their familiar Argyle Prince. And we're about ready to get things underway here with the Scottish-born Richard Henderson standing over the ball in the center circle. And let's get this championship game underway between these two teams. Official blows the whistle, and it's going to be a quick ball down into the corner, chased down by Cale Spence. Plays it to Birretta, and away we go. Big field, you think is gonna maybe benefit Tacoma, being that they play on a pretty good sized field themselves.
Yeah, the starting goalkeeper here is actually experienced on this field, having been a MASL player for the Stars. 6 games, 3 starts for the Stars here at Showware, so he's definitely used to it.
Some familiarity there as Riley Little able to pick it up. Quick lead out, this time to number 6, Kevin Miraz, and he's going to play it back.
Miraz is actually from Walla Walla Community College in Columbia Basin, so he is definitely far from home, but a great player, versatile player.
Birretta now standing over the ball, plays it out wide. Back to Birueta, way off his line. Very familiar with this place, very comfortable playing up near midfield. He's going to keep going. He still has the ball.
Wow.
He's going to chip it up into the net. That's going to go up and over. I don't know what the point of that was, but something that he saw, but maybe just didn't make it happen the way he wanted to. So a throw out coming now for Riley Little, and another long ball. You can see that Bellingham is trying to get some runs on the far sideline to start this game. Maybe something that they've seen in film, something they think they can exploit. But that's 3 times already this first quarter that things have looked like that. And speaking of timing, forgive us as we do have a scoreboard behind us. Okay, so there is a scoreboard. You guys just can't see it. 13-13 remaining here in the first quarter.
I would like to get a jersey check on that goalkeeper for Bellingham because I can't see that number on it, but I don't know if that's Riley. I think that might be the other goalkeeper. Just curious if folks want to comment into the box and have a little fun with us. But
yeah, that might be Edgar Fregoso, as the first foul of the game is going to be whistled against Craig Johnson, former Olympia player as well, PLU standout.
Great PLU player, all-conference type player, great athlete here in indoor too. Played a little bit with South Sound FC and made his way here to the championship with the Stars Reserves.
There we go. Richard Henderson putting some pressure on the keeper. And a giveaway at midfield now as Bellingham maintains control again. They've kind of controlled the flow of this game early, but unable to get a shot away so far as we're about approaching 3 minutes into the first quarter.
Yeah, Bellingham has a extra long field too as well. I think at the Bellingham Sportsplex, so it should be used to this type of length to just get a feel for the turf at this point.
Cale Spence with a giveaway, but it's held in by Bellingham. But now here comes A.J. Nitzel, but he's going to pull it back, and they're going to give it to Jeff Bader on the far side and back to the keeper, Birueta.
It's crazy to think that Bader's been a part of the Stars since 2004, the Stars organization. It's pretty incredible.
That is pretty wild. I mean, especially if you're from the area and you're around, our age, you remember the Stars from the 80s being, the big thing in town. It was fun. 20,000 people in the Tacoma Dome. And the brand and the team has stuck around the whole time in different variations, and so it's fun to see them able to keep players for as long as they have.
Yeah, sometimes it's just nice to see the logo, and just remember those times, even though it might be a little different product on the field.
For me, it's the jersey. It's the Argyle print jersey. It's just with the most random colors imaginable, but I love it. It reminds me of Preki.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
Isidro Prado Huerta losing. It looked like he wanted to take the shot there, and now here comes Bellingham on the break. Oh. Could be onto something. It's Miraz. Miraz double team comes. He's forced to play it back. Gets it to the captain, Danny Fazio. Fazio controls it, plays it back to Miraz, and Bellingham keeping things going. Christian Caro with the ball now.
Christian Caro, actually a SMU St. Martin's graduate. Great little player.
Go Saints.
Go Saints. Lacey Washington.
And a good tackle there.
Yeah, 16.
By Isidro. And that ball, and you're right, that is Edgar Fregoso starting in goal for Bellingham. So my apologies to the Fregoso family if you're watching.
All good, yeah. Whatcom Community College keeper earning his stripes behind the veteran Riley Little a lot of this year, but getting the starting nod tonight.
And Craig Johnson with a good backtrack tackle. Speaking of veterans, Steve Moan down there. And, boy, we've got, it looks like a hurt goalkeeper, Luis Birueta, not in a good spot right now.
It looked like a leg, like a tibia collision right there where they just went leg up on each other, and I think he just got the worst brunt of that because that looked like it hurt. Like that might be a good stinger.
You can see when you pound the field that it's never a good thing, but he's going to stand up here. Yeah, he's rubbing that leg area.
Yeah, Luis, the goalkeeper here, that's in a little bit of pain. Played 6 games for the Stars in the MASL, started 3, has a win and a few losses under his belt, but great goalkeeper.
Of course, hard to get playing time when the great Danny Waltman is ahead of you on the roster with the pro team. And that shot's going to come in from so far away, and Fregoso didn't see it coming. And the goal is going to be scored by Steve Moan.
Yeah, coach and player here today, longtime Stars leader, and knocks it in to draw first blood.
Yeah, that ball came from way out, and Steve just got a piece of it at the very end to knock it in. And the first goal of the game goes to the Tacoma Stars reserves right directly after a timeout for an injury.
Yeah,
so,
that's key in these big games, is being able to get ahead on the point and getting the goal early, and it's crucial here in a game like this, especially when these are the two teams that have been battling for years for this first place cup.
Yeah, now Richard Henderson into the corner. He's going to get there after Nitzel, and Richard Henderson's going to be called for the foul as he get an arm up into Nitzel. Nitzel, sneaky athletic. You look at him, he looks like me and you, man, but yeah. He is sneaky athletic, and he is a good indoor player. Fantastic. And always has been. But a quick giveaway almost, and Richard Henderson once again called for the foul. He wanted the dive, but it was into the body of Cale Spence, and a second foul in about 30 seconds for Richard Henderson.
Just for Bellingham, you just got to cool heads prevail a little bit there, but we know Rich is a physical player, always looking to even it up with the body.
And A.J. Nitzel called for the foul on the far boards as he put looked like Gus Deal into the boards over on the far side. So the foul's 2 apiece as we stand. Long ball played up. It's Kevin Mraz. Tries to get there. It's going to be left off for the keeper, Birueta.
It's nice to see Rainier Schleckaway playing here for the Stars right now. He played for FC Oli last season, and a great player from PLU.
And now another foul is going to be called, as this time Christian Caro got plowed into, and he got called for the foul. Looked like an obstruction call. He wasn't happy. The officials trying to clamp down on things early, especially knowing the history of these two clubs, especially in this building.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice little history of physicality. We'll just keep it at that here at the Showwear Center.
We'll leave it there. And tough battle on the boards. It's going to be won now by Miraz, and now here comes Bellingham again on the break, off the boards, trying to get it to Flavin. Flavin couldn't control it, and now it's going to be Jeff Bader, but it's given right back. And here comes Bellingham with their first shot, and the score! Kevin Flavin put it on the board.
Fantastic goal. Way to respond quickly within a couple minutes of the first goal for the Stars. And, Flavin, league leader in points per match, and he's incredible. I think that's 17, 18 goals on the year now.
Yeah, and just the pressure on the defense led to the turnover, which led to the alleyway that he could get in and get that shot away, and he left Birueta stoned. He couldn't move. Yeah, and the ball went right into the far post.
That's a third goal alone in the postseason for Flavin, so he's having a great postseason.
And now another giveaway here, and the keeper goes down. He's trying to play the ball with his feet. Tried to get a call that wasn't going to come, and now Tacoma looking to settle things down a little bit. Now more physicality, and then giveaway after giveaway, and now here come the Stars reserve. They play it back now.
Both teams look awake now. It's you can tell you got that first few minutes brushing it off, the warm-up dust, and they look on point now.
You know, and one thing about these two teams is that they're so veteran-laden. Giving up an early goal isn't going to phase either one of these teams. You can see that Bellingham not pressing, not doing anything too difficult to try and win it back, and they just took their time, got some pressure, and got that goal. So.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you got to keep the game plan going with just a minute, a few minutes down, and you got a 1-1 game here in the final.
Yep, Christian Caro with the shot, that was easily taken in by Birueta. He plays it into the middle. Cale Spence now back to Birueta, who makes a tough move.
I believe Cale Spence also signed a pro contract with the Stars this season too. So a lot of these guys have had some pro experience this year in the arena.
Yeah, and this time the foul is going to be called on Caro. Restart coming up now for Danny Minetti, another veteran.
Yeah, current captain on the Stars team. Coach says that he is willing to do the dirty work. So he is definitely.
You can take that however you want.
Yes, indeed. You got to be physical.
Laid off in the corner. Shot comes in just off the post. Rebound. Stars shot saved by Fregoso.
Fantastic goalkeeping. I actually think he had a tip on that initial shot that then grazed off the post or the wall right there. I think just a little double save almost there for the keeper for Bellingham.
Well, those two saves brought to you by West Coast Goalkeeping. Of course, get all your goalkeeping supplies at West Coast Goalkeeping. But boy, what a turn of events there that could have been. But Fregoso standing tall.
Yeah, great goalkeeping.
And now
right
a long ball that's going to be played off the back leg. No three line, but it's going to be won by Bader, played back to Birueta. Henderson with the pressure. Held in. And now here comes Tacoma. Bellingham able to track back and stop the break. It took a long time for that ball to get to Nitzel, and it allowed Bellingham to track back on defense. And now Rainier Shawecki. Excuse me, Shalekwi.
Yeah,
it's like he got a haircut.
Yeah.
You know, the grungy Oli boys, they come up to Tacoma and get all spiffed up. So,
yeah, get ready for those pro games if they make the cut.
Yep. Well, I don't know. Danny Waltman's hair has been pretty wild for like 20 years, so maybe it's not a big thing up here. Who knows? But here we go. Birueta now, again, way off his line, playing it down. It's going to be stolen right away, and now here comes a chance.
Nice ball.
And a good ball off the boards.
It's always nice when you can get a clearance that can just be off the boards right to your post runner.
Yeah, but Elliot Raines had nobody up with him, and he was forced to give the ball back. And now here comes Spence with the ball for Tacoma. Heavy pressure. Ivan Collin now pressuring up on Rainier.
Yeah, nice to see the little pressure here from Bellingham, not letting it come up into the middle too far, but a nice through ball from Luis to Rainier.
Great run, and here comes Rainier on the ball, off the boards. Rebound comes in, shot goes wide. Steve Moan had an opportunity, but the ball went just wide. It looks like he just splayed it off his feet, and then that's going to be a dangerous tackle.
That's a big hit in the middle.
As it was Spence, Cale Spence, who came in right into the back of Dylan Langle. Boy, that looked like it hurt. And he's kind of trying to walk this one off right now and goes right to the bench. They're lucky that wasn't a blue card.
Yeah.
That was a really heavy touch.
Dylan, a longtime Hammer since 2017, played at Whatcom Community College as well and had some captain's duties as well and got rocked right there, but he's up and moving, so that's a good sign.
Very good sign. Now the ball played into the corner for Henderson. Back to the goal, just bounced over him. It's going to be headed back, this time by my good friend and yours, Danny Minetti, into the arms of Birueta. 1:53 remaining here in this fast-moving first quarter. 1-1 the score. Ball played into the middle by Nitzel. It's going to be cleared out by Bellingham. Back to midfield, held in by mighty Mark Lee, another former pro player. Nitzel back to goal, tries to make the turn. Shot blocked. Rebound, shots saved and held off the line by Fregoso. Unbelievable. The ball beat him and he was able to rip around. And boy, Fregoso once again coming up with a huge save for Bellingham. As Tacoma stepping up the pressure now, not allowing Bellingham any open runs.
Yeah, fantastic goalkeeping to start the game, and that could be a little soul crushing for some forwards. If you're ripping them and that it's going to be a good shot, but that keeper keeps messing up your day, like that can really.
It can if you've got the wrong mindset, but a lot of those strikers,
Yeah.
it's just I'm going to keep shooting and keep shooting and keep shooting until I finally get one. This one off the boards.
And then it's a game of probability. You keep peppering them. It's
somebody's going to make a mistake one time. And in a game like this is everything we expected, by the way. Physical, tight, lots of defense, everything that we thought we'd see. This ball cleared out now. Burrueta coming to get it with 18 seconds to go here on the clock in the first quarter.
Let's see if they want to get one just before the end of the first period here.
Well, long ball into the corner. Burrueta headed in, held in by Fregoso. And the time is going to tick down here to end the first quarter with the score Tacoma 1, Bellingham 1. We'll be right back for the second quarter after this break. Welcome back to the Accesso Shower Center in beautiful Kent, Washington, alongside Ryan Perkins and Cartwright Media. My name's John McGlamory, bringing you today's WISL Championship game, to be followed by the Tacoma Stars professional team against the Harrisburg Heat here at the Shower Center. The Heat.
Big match, actually, John. Stars win tonight. They clinch the MASL playoff.
Yeah.
And also WISL and NWPL indoor teams and all their players are going to be coming out at halftime for a special recognition. So it's going to be a fun night here at the Shower Center.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, the indoor community is a pretty, for as competitive as they are and for as rough as the play might be, they're all there's such a respect between all these people, and it's nice to see the pros recognize the amateurs and come together for a big celebration of indoor soccer as it continues to grow in the region. As we mentioned in the pregame show, WISL going from 6 teams to 9. It's growing, and it's fun. It's fun to watch the growth.
Yeah, and and in some ways it's kind of like a little farm league, and you got like Willie Spur, and Everett City has Michael Herrera getting time with the Stars, so it'll be a fun night.
Yeah, it's fun to watch people like Willie and Sebastian Navarro. These are Olympia guys that now play for the pro team. It's fun to watch the progression of their careers. Manny Nicasio, current player for Olympia, was drafted by Tacoma last season. We don't know what the future holds for him, but, just knowing that it's there and available to move up, especially locally, is kind of a big thing. As we're back to the action, 1-1 score. Richard Henderson tried to backheel, couldn't get it past the keeper. Held in, shot comes in. Save! Oh, what a shot! Bellingham score number 18.
Yeah, Thomas Watson.
Thomas Watson gets the rebound and puts it right into the upper V. And Bellingham.
That was a rip.
That was a rip. 46 seconds into the second quarter. They take their first lead of the game. It is now 2-1.
Thomas Watson, Whatcom Community College, also won a state cup championship in high school for Seaholm High School. His coach, Rich Henderson.
Hey.
So
maybe he knows a thing or two about Thomas Watson, huh?
Yes, indeed. That was a heck of a strike.
And boy, Richard Henderson was right on the doorstep. That ball got past Pirueta, but he couldn't get the backheel flick to go in. But able to clean it up was Thomas Watson. What a strike by the youngster.
Nice way to start the second period here.
2-1 the score, Bellingham on top. A reminder, you can always check out the WISL website. Season start. Oh, and a giveaway here, but able to clean it up there is number 5. Sebastian Kent is a giveaway by Fergoso. Could have been trouble.
Yeah, Craig Johnson was knocking on the door right there, really putting some pressure on. PLU all-conference player.
Just a goal-scoring machine at PLU.
Yeah, he's a pure athlete.
Yeah, he's just fun to watch. And as somebody who's been, both of us have been in the soccer scene for quite a while in the South Sound region, and watching the progression of the players as they go from even from high school to college to semi-pro to pro, it's been fun to watch. And I'm going to keep singing the praises of the WISL because it gives an opportunity for players to stay in shape during the offseason.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a fun game to watch. And now another quick shot. Score! Kevin Miraz with the goal for Bellingham.
Well, the Walla Walla Community College native out there, Columbia Basin, just ripping it far post against the Stars. And yeah.
No, make that Aiden Fernandez with the goal. I thought it was 6. No, it was 8. Aiden Fernandez took the ball beautifully off the tip of his foot and laid it in past Pirueta, and Bellingham up by 2, 3-1.
Yeah, the correction on that, though, Western Washington midfielder and second-year hammer just nailing it right there in the second period. It's a heck of a way to start off with 2 quick goals.
I like that. That should have been a foul on Moan as he pulled down. He pulled down.
Might get a little chippy here.
Gus Steele, yeah. Steve Moan, the wily veteran. But that was definitely a pull down by Moan.
Sometimes, in sports, it's the momentum killers that you need to kind of, make some decisions on some big hits, but at the same time, keeping the game fair and the integrity of the game high.
Yep. So 5 fouls on Bellingham. Next one's going to be a blue card and a power play for Tacoma. Moan once again laid off into the corner. Finds Bader. It's going to be taken off his feet by Flavin, excuse me. And now the break could be on. Miraz battling, and finally the foul's going to be called against Mark Lee.
Yeah, Taylor, the ref down there in the far right corner, didn't like that kind of looked like a kamikaze kind of speed into the corner, I don't think. But
yeah, and that's Tacoma's 5th foul. So the next foul is going to be a power play no matter who commits it. So 3-1 the score, 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Bellingham on top. Looking to snap Tacoma's 2-year reign on the WISL title.
Nice ball into the corner by Luis.
Oh, what a layoff by Nitzel, but a clearance by Elliott Rains.
Getting the restart.
Oh, and a giveaway now as once again Nitzel comes away with it. Nitzel splits the double team but couldn't find Craig Johnson, and somehow Nitzel still gets the ball back. But now Bellingham looking to break. It's a 3-on-2 if they want it. Ball laid off. It's going to be played into the hands of Birueta. The Sebastian Kent shot off the boards.
Yeah, we're getting real physical like we talked about in pregame. Here we go.
Getting chippy, and now a good layoff here.
The far post looking open there for Tacoma.
It was. That was Mason Adela who tried to make something happen out of nothing but couldn't. And now Bellingham coming away with it.
Yeah, Mason Adela out of the Highline Community College getting time here in the championship for the Tacoma Stars reserves.
Danny Fazio laid the ball off. It's going to be played back to Christian Caro, now into the corner. Double team comes back to Caro at midfield.
Whenever I hear the Caro name, it's just nice to hear that St. Martin Saint and the Rob Walker and his soccer program years and years and years in Thurston County. So nice to see Caro out here playing in the championship of the WISL.
Oh, good opportunity there, but nobody looking as Fazio and Lange not looking at the ball, and now here come the Stars once again, looking to get back into this game, trailing 3-1. Spence plays it back to Bader. Long ball into the corner. Held in, laid off between the legs of Watson, held in, and then taken away by Watson, and now here comes Bellingham again. 3-on-2. Far side, ball played behind Caro, but the shot comes in, parried up into the net by Birueta, but a missile of a left foot by Christian Caro, reminding everybody he's still playing.
Yeah, Bellingham keeps making their opportunities.
Quick corner comes in, shot, score! Christian Caro makes up for the one he just missed by slotting that one home off the corner kick, and Bellingham up 4-1.
Maybe it was a Freudian slip just before that goal to say that they were capitalizing on their opportunities. But, at this point, Tacoma really needs to stop the bleeding to stay in the game, because in indoor, as you know, the momentum and you keep capitalizing on those little moments, 4-1 is going to keep stretching if they can't dial in the strategy here.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I think it's time for a timeout if I was Tacoma's coach, and that is exactly what is happening as the Stars trailing 4-1 in this game. I venture to guess they haven't been down by 3 in a couple seasons. And, boy, with 8.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, there's still plenty of time for them to get back into it, but there's also plenty of time for Bellingham to extend this lead.
Yeah, the Stars had a pretty good season. Only had the one loss against Bellingham, won the 9 other games this year, and outscored their opponents 45 goals plus 45. So if there was any team that could be trailing right now and can figure it out with the finishing, it is the Stars. But with any competitive situation, you can't let the goals rack up in that margin.
Yeah, and you can see how animated Steve Moan is down there, talking and imploring his players. I don't know what he can ask, because they're playing well. Bellingham's just playing better. They're faster, and they're making the runs that they need to make in order to get the shots that they need.
Yeah, and it might be the last couple of years that are, kind of feeding the hunger here for Bellingham, having not won it in a couple of years and seen Tacoma take the cup title home, 2 years ago beating them 8-5, and then obviously last year Tacoma Stars winning again against Everett. And so I think Bellingham, there's a definite hunger. You can see it, you can sense it here in the showwear.
Yeah, and indoor is kind of a funny game where you can go on a run that is going to be hard to stop. I mean, it's a very momentum-driven game. It's not like outdoor soccer where you can kind of control the action if you wanted to. This game is back and forth, and the rules are designed to make it that way.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see the foul accumulation coming up here too. You know, you start to get deep into that second period, and then the fouls start adding up, and then you're going to start seeing some real fun power plays.
Right, and like I said, both teams sitting on 5 fouls right now, and the next foul is going to be a blue card for either team.
Bellingham United, 4th goal, scored by number 8, Amy Hernandez. Assisted by number 9, Richard Henderson. Time of the goal, 6:29.
Oh, that was the 3rd goal.
Hernandez from Henderson at 6:29.
Kevin Flavin got the ball off a shoulder. Everybody wanted a handball, but it was off the shoulder. Mraz, and he's going to play it. That's going to be a delay a game call. It's going to be a free kick from the top for Tacoma. Just a big mistake there.
Yeah, you know, the rules like that, you know, it keeps the game active and going, and it'll be interesting to see how the Stars capitalize on this opportunity because 4-1 here with 7 minutes left. It's before half, and you need to see some action here.
Yeah, so Steve Moan landing up on top of this ball. What's he going to do? He's going to play it near side to Bader, and that's going to be taken off the face of Sebastian Kent, and he's still standing. Held in by Tacoma, off the boards, cleared up and out by Fernandez.
Ooh.
And now that's going to be a foul against Isidro Prado Huerta, and that is going to mean a Bellingham power play, and that is a foul that never should have been given.
Yeah, it looked a little reactionary off of that set piece not working out. You know, just a note here, John, it's really kind of cool to see a couple longtime veterans on that set piece play, you know, for the Stars.
Oh, yeah.
Bader and Steve Moan, and there's a little it's kind of some history happening here. This game, you're watching it, it's pretty fun to watch these guys still keeping up and playing. Even Rich Henderson, you know, it's like, man, he's been around long time for the Hammers.
Well, I can tell you that the indoor soccer, for all the running and everything, is not a young man's game. This is a skill game. This is a ball control game. You can see it with the pro team. Players like Nick Pereira, who's been around since the dawn of time, it seems like, and he's still dominating the league.
Yes, indeed.
And because, honestly, I've never seen anybody with the ball control that Nick Pereira has.
Yeah.
And it's hard to even describe, but a veteran. I mean, it's all veterans as the power play rages on here. Now the first shot's going to come in off the boards. Rebound shot off the boards. Rebound shot by Gus Deal. It's going to be held in by Flavin. Back to Deal.
Yeah, note on Nick Pereira. He actually currently leads the Tacoma Stars MASL team in points per game average, goal scorer and assists. He's just a great combination player, played every game this year so far.
And as someone who used to broadcast games for the pro team, probably the nicest interview as well. Just an all-around good dude and a good soccer player to boot. So,
yeah.
To boot, get it?
Yeah, get it? We got jokes.
Yeah, and a giveaway now. It's going to be held in. Left-footed shot's going to be blocked, held in once again by Bellingham, and the rebound shot goes up into the netting. Christian Caro trying to get that left foot, but he couldn't get over it.
Yeah, actually preseason Western Indoor Soccer League contracted with Tacoma Stars and Nick Pereira to come in and meet with all the GMs and coaches, and actually went through an arena strategy session on like the concepts of the game, and I thought it was a really wonderful session. And obviously Nick, seasoned professional, and wonderful ideas for all the new expansion clubs that came into indoor in the WISL this year.
Former NCAA College Cup champion and MVP Nick Pereira.
Yeah, that's.
He's had a good long career, and it's still going.
Was he in the beach soccer too for like the United States?
The U.S. national beach soccer team.
Yeah,
he's had quite the career, and it's
fun.
It's fun to read about what he's done, and it's even, like I said, just a nice guy to talk to. But we're back to this game here as the power play runs out, and now a giveaway, and it could be on here for Tacoma. Ooh. But no, a tackle there by Elliot Rains.
It's a good tackle.
Held in, the ball played across the middle, and now Rains commits the foul, and now Tacoma's going to go on the power play.
Yeah, Cale Spence getting knocked down to the floor there. There was a good tackle there earlier, but, Tacoma going to be in a good spot here to be dynamic either off the wall or bringing it back to the point.
So a free kick's going to be coming up from just outside the, I mean, I don't know what you call that, a square with the half circle on top. What do you call that, the key, the box?
Key, yeah, I think of the key.
Let's call it the key. So just outside the key, Steve Moan, once again, right on top of that duct tape spot on the field.
Isidro Prado Huerta there on the other side looking hungry.
Yeah, he's like wide open too.
Left foot strike coming.
You see him, he's going to make a run, and Moan's going to, nope. Moan's just going to shoot far side. It's going to be put in by Danny Manitti, and Tacoma gets one right back. What a well-played shot. And
yeah.
I don't know how Manitti is wide open on the back post.
Yeah, you'd think that there would be something a little bit more structured there, but capitalized on it. The veterans from the Tacoma Stars. 4-2 here with 4:43 left in the second period. And, yeah, it's quieted down a little bit for Bellingham the last few minutes.
It certainly has. And, boy, what a way to take advantage of the power play. Also, first kick off the power play results in a goal, and we've got ourselves a game again. 4-2, full strength for everybody. Bellingham getting things back underway.
Goal! Scored by number 16, Danny Manitti.
Yeah, you almost those are some of those fun goals where you almost think that thing was going to go into the far post anyways, and Danny just insurance policy.
Yeah, he just stole a goal from Steve Moan, but it counts nonetheless. And yes. Tacoma back in this thing. It is 4-2, and the goal scorer Manitti now directing traffic, gets the ball back over to Birueta, and as is procedure with him, almost takes it to midfield before he gives it up. And now it's Isidro on the overlap. Prado Huerta off the boards, cleared up and out. That was number 13, Jordan Voigt, who was able to hook that ball out of the middle of the key.
Jordan Voigt, a little fun fact, he commutes from Spokane currently to play for Bellingham. He plays at Whitworth, and he debuted with the Hammers years ago as a 15-year-old.
And a giveaway on the back line that's going to be poked into the back of the net by our friend Rainier Schlickewy. And a giveaway there by Ivan Collin, the veteran, results in a goal, and it is 4-3. And that, my friend, is what we call a howler.
Yeah, there's one of those coaching principles before the game. You say don't make any mistakes on that back line, and that's definitely going to come back to bite the Hammers today. But way to capitalize, Rainier. Played a little USL or a little whistle ball with FC Oli last year, and lives up in Tacoma. Played PLU, Pacific Lutheran University. Just a great all-around indoor player. A big presence too, physical.
Yeah. The thing is, as Bellingham has taken a timeout here, as they've seen their lead dwindle down to 1 with 3:34 to go here in the second half. Recently they changed the rules of soccer where you can play the ball out of the back on a goal kick or whatever. And honestly, I have seen it cause more problems when players try to play it out of the back instead of just clearing it out of the area. Stuff like this happens where you get complacent, and some pressure comes, and then you lose focus, and boom, a toe poke leads to a goal.
Yeah, it's and I understand the design of want to have control over the ball closer to you to build out of the back, but yeah, sometimes you just got to get out of dodge.
But you got to have the people that have the focus, and Ivan Collin unfortunately lost focus, and Schlickewy right there to take advantage.
But this is what championships are for, 4-3, just, seconds away from halftime. And, this prefer a competitive match instead of a blowout. Sometimes it reminds me of that Seahawks Super Bowl.
Woo! Hey, Coach, is it all right if we keep scoring? So, anyway, here we go again. Bellingham, let's see how they respond. Tacoma definitely responded out of their timeout. Let's see what Bellingham can do here out of theirs. Into the corner, Henderson can't get there as Bader comes up to greet him.
Chris Lozano on the ball right there. PLU athlete. Just a great player. He's all Northwest Conference for PLU offensive player his junior year.
Mark Lee now with it. Back to Birueta. Sebastian Kent not providing much pressure. Long ball played up for Nitzel. Chested down. Good ball control. Pokes it down for Spence. And Spence.
Big hit. But it looked,
that looked clean to me from here. I think
he
Spence.
cleared the ball.
Yeah, well, the ball came off this way like he got it.
Yep.
But referee right there on the spot didn't see it that way. And another free kick and from a dangerous spot, as this is right where Tacoma scored their their second goal of the game.
A couple unanswered goals here scored by Tacoma if you're just tuning in, and in another precarious position for Hammers.
So Mark Lee over it, lays it back. Prado Huerta gets the shot away. It's cleared out but held in. Now off the boards, rebound comes out, played away, held back in by the Stars. Left-footed shot just off the post.
That was a rip.
Mark Lee keeps it in play. It goes back to Isidro, down into the corner now for Nitzel. Bodies the player into the wall, and he's lucky that's not a blue card as he put Gus Deal into the boards. And, boy, once again, the physicality ramping up again.
Big hit, close game. Hits are getting bigger.
Now the long ball played into the corner for Caro. He plays it off the boards to himself, make that Mraz. Played far side. Spencer Wolf getting a touch. Now the shot comes in. It's blocked off of Nitzel's foot. That shot off the foot of Dylan Lange. Minute 54 remaining here in the first half. Bellingham Hammers up 4-3 over the Stars reserves.
Yeah, and the new expansion, they're not in the same conference, with Baker, Rainier, St. Helens, and so it's they only got to see each other once this year, and it happened to be away in Bellingham, and obviously the Hammers capitalizing on that game.
Caro once again trying to make things happen, but again the left foot lets him down. It goes up into the net, and a quick throw out by Tacoma. But yeah, we're used to playing everybody twice a season, and that kind of changed this year, so it kind of makes these matchups even more special when they only played once during the regular season.
Absolutely, and both teams saw a bye in the quarterfinals to both be a home seed in the semis. Tacoma handled Holy Penn Force, who upset the higher seed Everett City in the quarters, which was kind of fun. Last-minute win for them. So they were rested up before the semis and here today.
Spence is flopping all over the field like a fish out of water. Referee's not calling that one as he went face first into the ground for some reason. But he got the call down here, but he didn't get it there. Tacoma, though, maintaining possession.
Nice little move there from Luis, goalkeeper for the Stars, to cut it back against the pressure.
Oh, and Watson tried to lay it off, but it's a giveaway back to Spence. Spence tries to get a foot on it, couldn't get around on it, and now here comes Bellingham. It's going to be a ball laid off, but a good job.
Rainier blocking that.
Oh, and Danny Minetti hot down there on the field as he gets a blue card for dissent. So a power play coming up for Bellingham. Danny Minetti just on fire down there.
Yeah, he's pretty upset as he enters the penalty box here to start the power play. And cooler heads prevail in a big game like this. You don't want to give up errant goals if you can just keep your cool a little bit. Should be interesting little power play here for the Hammers.
Yeah, so 29 seconds to go here in the first half. Unless they score, Bellingham will be on the power play to begin the second half, and away we go. Spencer Wolf down low finds Flavin. It's going to be held in by Flavin, given back away, and now here comes Bellingham again. They're actually going to get it for pushing, not for dissent. I thought it had to have been for dissent with that reaction.
He's pretty animated after the hit, that's for sure.
Yeah. So 2 seconds to go. time's going to run out here in the first half. And boy, what a first half it was, Ryan, as Bellingham jumped out to a 4-1 lead. 2 goals by the Stars in the middle of the second quarter puts us where we're at. It is 4-3 at the half, and we will be back to bring you the second half of action. Stick around and enjoy a presentation from FC Olympia here at halftime, and we will see you on the other side of the break.
Howdy and welcome back to the cast here at the WISL Championship, and this broadcast is brought to you by FC Olympia and Artesian Soccer, member of the WISL in the Western Indoor Soccer League down in Olympia. And we wanted to thank some of our sponsors that brought this cast to life: Nicole's Bar, Van Dorm Realty, Olympia Orthopedic, Ramada by Wyndham, Foreman Construction, Wembley Soccer Shop, the sole retail soccer shop in Thurston County. Go get your kicks. Well 80 Brewing, delicious beers and food over in downtown Olympia. Premier Airport Shuttle, KMAS, FM 103.3, Sure Clean Car Wash, Olympia, Federal Savings, and Dancing Goats Coffee, roasting the best coffee down in downtown Olympia by the Farmers Market on the water. If you've never been to Olympia, stop on into some of these fine sponsor businesses for the Artesians and FC Olympia. And we wanted to do a quick shout out, as the cast is sponsored by the Artesians, for an upcoming USL season for both the USL League 2 and USLW League for the FC Olympia. And there is a special QR code on the screen. $24 gets you in for the length of the season for both programs, $24 each. Wonderful packed schedule with a massive expansion in USL League 2 that includes Ballard FC, Junction, Mid-Lakes, Tacoma Stars, FC Olympia, United PDX, Lane United, and Capital FC out of Salem. So it's going to be a wonderful, exciting USL season at FC Olympia. Get your season tickets. They play at South Sound Stadium in Lacey, Washington, right off the freeway. Wonderful stadium, all kinds of amenities, food, drink, activities, and some fantastic USL soccer. So again, support the club and our processes, especially with this broadcast today, by getting your $24 community promo season ticket and join us down at South Sound Stadium for the home games this summer. Jason Dunn, former Seattle Sounder, United States men's national team player, played years of arena soccer, was a fantastic pro arena soccer player, and then from Lacey, won a state championship in the early 90s with the North Thurston High School Rams. Just a great athlete, helming the USL League 2 men's side for the Artesians, and then on the women's side, the USLW League, who clinched the national playoff last year as a number 1 seed, is going to be coached by Ben Willis and new sporting director Chris Wells, and it's going to be an exciting season for the USLW League. So make sure and get your season ticket, and we appreciate your support and the opportunity to cast today's Western Indoor Soccer League Championship as a guest broadcast. And we also want to thank Cartwright Media and John McGlamory here, the voice of the Artesians. A special cast today, our first time as the Artesians getting to cover the Western Indoor Soccer League. John McGlamory, the voice of the Artesians, he's on the left of your screen if you're watching right now. He is been covering the games for a long time. John, appreciate you. Coming out to all the games and covering USL Arena, and then, coming out and do a special cast with the Western Indoor Soccer League. John, any word for the crowd or anything to get ready for this summer with USL?
Well, I would say that for me, the highlight of my year is covering the women's game. It is the skill level for the women at FC Olympia is off the charts. We have players from all over the country, all over the globe, that play for national teams, play for youth national teams, play for, every Division I college you can think of. And it's just fun to watch. I encourage you to come out, take a look, give them a watch. If you can't make it out, I'll be doing the broadcast. Come out, support the men as well, because it's a fun community event, and pack the place.
Exactly, yeah, and I can't thank you enough, John, for joining us today. And then also want to thank Brandon Cartwright, who's behind the bulbs over here, the bright bulbs and the cameras and all the good stuff. Cartwright Media, check out Brandon Cartwright on Instagram. He's a filmmaker, director, videographer, you name it, he does it all. He's incredible. He's incredibly talented. If you're looking at professional video work, check out Brandon Cartwright online and on Instagram. Wonderful cast here, and we're humbled and happy to be here with the best in the business, rated #1 in the USL League 2 for broadcasts, and we're here live at Western Indoor Soccer League. Take it over, John. Appreciate you.
Yeah, and I can't echo that enough when it comes to Brandon Cartwright and Cartwright Media. He makes me look good. He always tells me that I'm the one that makes him look good. No, it's the other way around, because honestly, I show up and I talk. He's the one that comes in 2 hours before the game starts, is setting up equipment, making sure everything works right, and just the nicest guy as well. So Brandon, appreciate you, appreciate Josh, and I appreciate Trevor today coming in and working on the cameras. And just for a special shout out from me, Ole Orthopedic, one of our sponsors at FC Olympia. Starting in September, I ended up herniating a disc in my neck, and I was in agony. Had surgery from Ole Orthopedic a month ago, and here I am in no pain, standing, turning, feeling normal. I would say Ole Ortho is your place to go.
Absolutely, thanks. That's a great shout out, John, and we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Richard Henderson with the ball. He's been quiet today, Mr. Perkins. He hasn't done really too much, but maybe being a distraction is just enough.
Yeah, Rich is a league leader, and he can draw a couple guys on him whenever he needs to. So he's been physical today with some big fouls earlier. But
True.
Rich is he'll sneak one in, and he'll hit one far post off the left-footed strike just as fast. You know.
And Bellingham starting out the second half on a power play. It's gonna be played back. Wolf with a shot that goes just off the boards. It's gonna be held in. Rebound comes in, and it's gonna be a push as Caro gets pushed by Mark Lee, and they're yapping at each other. Didn't appreciate that too much, but fair play as away we go. We've got about, 20 seconds to go here on the power play. 22 seconds to go. That's the nice thing about playing in a hockey arena, is that they actually have preset power play numbers up there. This time the shot comes in just wide. Rebound held in. Shot saved by Birueta.
Great save.
Kevin Flavin looking to get on the board again. And Birueta with the stone.
And the Stars are back to full strength.
Power play over. Danny Minetti comes out of the sin bin, and we're back to full strength. Henderson plays it off the boards. Nobody there. That wasn't Henderson, excuse me. That was Wolf. Heavy pressure by number 7, Ivan Collin. And now it's going to be Isidro Prado Huerta with the ball. Good ball that just bounces up over the boards and into the Bellingham bench. So restart from the side.
Yeah, Isidro is another one of those graduate or played some years over at Highline Community College. South Seattle over there.
Yeah, former 4A State Player of the Year with Thomas Jefferson High School, won state title there.
Hey, wow, yeah.
Just an outstanding player in his own right. God, he had a game against, I think it was Capital FC.
Oh, yeah.
2 years ago. Oh, man, that was like a 6-5 game.
Yeah, 98 degrees.
Yeah, I think he had 3 goals, and I don't know. It was just an incredible game. Ooh, and a giveaway there. Nitzel comes in from the back onto Henderson, and the foul is going to be called, and a quick restart by Henderson. Shot comes in, foot saved by Birueta. Rebound comes back. It's going to be shot taken this time. It's going to be blocked up into the stands by Craig Johnson. What a turn of events once again, as Luis Birueta coming up strong.
Yeah, that was one of those near post. Your defender's blocking your vision a little bit there, and you just got to get big if it comes in between the legs. Or there's Rich looking for the hit far post.
Yeah, a missile shot there, broken up by Mark Lee. It's going to go all the way back to Fregoso, and then here comes Danny Fazio, but he has to play it back. And now Fregoso chasing, but nobody on this near side.
Fregoso having a great game. A lot of key saves in that first half if you're just tuning in. Getting the nod from the skipper, Rich Henderson, to be in goal today.
What a ball there by Henderson, too, but a good job by Tacoma to double team. And now No foul called there, and finally the foul called after the play was cleared out. Isidro not happy.
Just a little late. Look, maybe
he wanted to play an advantage, I think, but
yeah.
no advantage given, so the foul's right there. Restart now coming up. Caro, ooh, that ball came in, rebound shot, score! Aiden Fernandez with his second of the day. And Bellingham gets the first goal of the second half, and they're up 5-3 over the Tacoma Stars reserves.
Yeah, Western Washington University athlete, midfielder, having a heck of a year. Second year with the Hammers, and just when they needed it the most, a little extension in that goal margin today in the championship.
Yeah, what a job to stick with it there as Aiden Fernandez got the rebound, falling away, gets the shot, far post, beats the keeper, and Bellingham with another little bit of cushion there, grow their lead back up to 2. Now this time shot comes in, saved by Fragoso.
Yeah, immediately on the counter there for the Stars. Way to come out fast after that goal.
That was Spence. Now another rebound as Chris Lozano couldn't get around on it, and that one goes up into the net and out of play. Fragoso with a huge save right there.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
For Bellingham. Now a long lead out throw off the boards. Headed up by Manetti, held in by Miraz, back to Wolf, and it's going to go all the way back to Fragoso as dangerously Wolf makes the turn. He's going to give it back away, come away with it again, but Craig Johnson is going to get, oh boy, what a silly foul that was.
Yeah, a little elbow there from Wolf.
Yeah, unnecessary, and like you said, early in the cast, it's fouls like that start to, creep up on you.
Yeah,
and lead to problems.
And that's a captain for the Hammers, Spencer Wolf, and just little things like that can catch up to you.
Rainier chasing down players, coming away with it is Rainier, and he plays it off the boards into the hands of Birueta.
You have to wonder who's going to be suiting up tonight for the MASL Stars. That keeper with Chris, is it Chris Tooth or
Chris Toth?
Toth, having the majority of the minutes this year for the professional side, but wonder if Luis is going to have to play backup tonight right after this game.
Oh man. Ball played out. Good job to clear it. Chipped up, looking for Colin. Colin bodies up Mark Lee. Mark Lee all over him. Clean, though. Colin off the boards to the double team. Stays with it, wins it, falls down.
Colin hit the ground hard there, Ivan Colin.
As bodies are flying all over the field here at the Accesso Showwear Center.
Yeah, Ivan Collin, the former Linfield soccer player, basically plays any position that Rich needs here for the Hammers. And he's on the ground again.
Boy, and that's going to be a handball. Boy, that's tough. That's ball to hand, but it's still a handball. Boy, Ivan Collin's going to need some ice after this game, just from that last 2 minutes alone.
Flat back to twice in 15 seconds.
Yeah, 5-3 the score, 7:51 remaining here in the third quarter. Bellingham on top. Tacoma trying to get back into things. AJ Nitzel splits the double team nicely, sheds a defender, comes around, left-footed shot, sliding block by Christian Caro as he takes a big tumble. Yeah. And now Colin tried to get it, but the ball skips off the boards, and now things are starting to creep up, and a yellow card now issued to Danny Manetti. Always the reaction that gets the card, and that's a 5-minute non-power play situation for Danny Manetti. He's off the field for 5 minutes, and boy.
That is incredibly tough news there for the rest of the Stars team at a pivotal point in the game here in the second half of the championship.
And honestly, Ryan, I didn't see much in that to warrant that.
Yeah, I think kind of an accumulation today for Danny Manetti, getting a card earlier. And just a lot of dissent today in
Yeah,
the WISL
lots
Championship
lots
from
of
Minetti.
dissent.
So one of those that the refs are keeping count of that we're not.
Yep, yep, absolutely.
Tacoma foul to number 16, Danny Medini, 5 minutes for dissent. Time of the penalty, 7:34.
So he got it for dissent.
Yeah.
So he must have said something.
That we cannot probably repeat.
Oh, nice job by Spence. Shot blocked by Henderson. And the rebound comes in and in the back of the net. Cale Spence gets his own rebound and puts it in. And Tacoma answers that yellow card with a goal to bring it back to within one. 5-4 Bellingham now, 7:04 remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Cale Spence, that's the kind of strike that can really turn some momentum. Signed a pro contract with the Stars in the MASL this year, and that was an incredible far post hit.
And the skill to bring it down for the first one and get around his defender was exceptional as well. So you can see why he signed that contract earlier. Headed out by Shakui.
Nice to see a pretty big following here at the Showwear from the Stars, and a lot of excitement when Cale scored that.
Fergoso now, long ball into the corner, looking for Henderson, cleared out by Rainier Shakui, and now here comes Steve Moan looking to move. And Steve Moan bodies into the smaller player and went down. I think he initiated contact, rebound shot. Henderson just off the side of the post. And now Tacoma on the break. Here comes Craig Johnson. Double team comes, blocked up and out into the stands. Wall-to-wall action here at the Showwear Center.
Fast. A lot of fast transitions. It's great to see a nice save from Luis here earlier on that Stars play, but then Rich almost getting that near post for the Hammers, and then quickly on the other side with Craig Johnson.
Oh, and a quick breakout on the free kick held in by number 34, Sanford Stabbert, his first action of the day. And now here comes Craig Johnson again, plays into the middle. It's going to be broken up by Bellingham. Stanford Stabbert holds it in. Still Stabbert with it, plays it out wide.
Nice ball.
Prado Huerta blocked off, and now here comes Bellingham.
Who's taking it?
It's going to be Jeff Bader, the wily veteran, who comes back to grab it. Good turn there by Isidro Prado Huerta to maintain possession for Tacoma. Spence on the layoff. Dribbles into the middle, finds Isidro open, takes the shot, near post block, rebound shot blocked again, and cleared out, but only as far as Shakui, and he shoots over the post.
They're peppering the middle of that key on the far side. The Stars are really knocking on the door here. Hammers a little bit on their heels here in the third.
Yeah, just pressure after pressure situation for this Bellingham defense. Johnson into the corner, finds Isidro, nice chip to himself, plays it across. Nobody there. Blue card is going to be issued against Bellingham. That's going to be Thomas Watson for boarding Isidro Prado Huerta. And Tacoma feeling the momentum now. Down by 1, 4:22 remaining here in the third quarter. Have a chance now on the power play to level it up.
Yeah, game's getting interesting now as clock keeps ticking towards the fourth, and not what the Hammers wanted with Danny Minetti sitting in that box for 5 minutes.
No. So 2-minute power play coming up. Steve Moan in the corner, sizing things up. This time, man on the far post for Bellingham.
Learn the lesson, huh?
Yes, sir. Laid off. Prado Huerta shot, score!
Lozano.
Oh, that's Chris Lozano, number 80, who gets the shot. And for the second time tonight, the Tacoma Stars scored directly off of a blue card Steve Moan with both assists. And we are knotted up at 5 apiece here in the WISL Championship for 2023-2024.
First time since the beginning of the first period that we've been equal. Bellingham has been up for quite some time, and must have been a good halftime speech from Steve Moan and some of these leaders at Baden, at halftime. And it's just incredible to see the comeback here in the second half.
Well, whatever it was, it has been effective. And now a giveaway. Here comes Craig Johnson. Johnson near post shot, score! Craig Johnson gets the goal, and just like that, Tacoma takes the lead. It is 6-5. 12 seconds apart, those two goals.
You almost think that there might be a timeout coming for Bellingham just to settle the nerves, quiet the crowd down. The Stars crowd is getting really animated. There's a lot of banging against the window here at the Showwear Center. There's a real exciting crowd here right below us in the broadcast booth.
Boy, what a turnaround here in the second half. Oh, and another giveaway now as Tacoma working on all cylinders right now. Birueta now off the boards, finds Mark Lee. Henderson pressuring.
Yeah, a strange position for the Hammers. A few unanswered goals here now in the second half, and you just wonder what kind of strategy that Rich Henderson is player and coach for the Hammers, longtime player, what they're going to do here with taking that momentum away from the Stars.
Cody Carmel in the game for the first time today for Tacoma.
Yeah, Highline Community College player.
Spence lays it off for Carmel.
Bellingham United fans, your team needs you. Where are you?
Lozano into the middle, finds Nitzel. Nitzel makes the turn, takes the shot, blocked away by Fregoso. And no foul called there. Boy, oh boy.
Bellingham bench doesn't like it.
Let's go, Stars!
Into the corner now, Nitzel controls. Splits the double team, no, taken off his foot by Kevin Flavin. Bellingham now looking to run. Bellingham laid off. Oh, but Isidro Prado Huerta with the sliding effort, and now Spence on the break. Gets around the ref. It's going to be blocked there.
Wolf.
Spencer Wolf with the huge sliding block.
Yeah, captain coming back into the play there, just dead sprint into a slide.
Both of these teams playing all out right now. This is fun to watch. Nerve-wracking for the players, I'm sure, but for me and for Ryan, it's fun.
Only a couple minutes here left in the third, and proven to be a very exciting championship match here for the WISL.
Absolutely. Now down low, it's Amos Freyheit. Played. It's going to be Mraz as he gets laid up. Referees are letting everything go now at this point. Now it's going to be laid off into the back. Mark Lee into the middle, stolen away by Thomas Watson. Watson tracks back to get it, circles back.
Hammers need to get their shape here.
Yep.
Ooh,
and now a foul's going to be called against the Stars.
Looks like he clipped him right in the ankle. Not really too necessary
Yeah,
there.
Amos Freiheit with the tackle. So a restart now. It's going to be Sebastian Kent with the ball. Over to Caro. Off the boards, down low. Just a big crush of players here. Freiheit with it for Tacoma. Stolen away by Kent. Stolen away again, but right into the hands of Birueta. And with 45 seconds to go in the third quarter and a 6-5 lead, Tacoma coming out.
Yeah, I mean, Stars keep going like this in the third period. That's a heck of a way to go through and not give up any goal for a whole period is a very rare form against the Hammers, that is. Big battle on the...
And the foul's going to be called against Lekui. That could have gone either way. I think you let that one go, but foul called. And Tacoma's got to be pushing that 6 foul limit again.
Yeah, that was a nice battle. You know, it's nice to see those not end up with any injuries after that long of a battle in the board.
Stabbert with a good job to react and get the header as time runs out here in the third quarter. And Tacoma mounting a big comeback, taking the lead as we head to the fourth. The score, Tacoma 6, Bellingham 5. We'll be right back to bring you the conclusion of the WISL Championship match. Well, here we go. Fourth quarter of action here at the ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington, where Tacoma finds themselves on top after trailing the entire game. They're up now 6-5 with 15 minutes to go. Alongside Ryan Perkins, my name is John McGlamory, bringing you the fourth quarter and the final quarter of this year's WISL action as Bellingham looks to break the 2-year streak of Tacoma winning. But they've got their work to do, Ryan. They got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, that was a heck of a third from the Tacoma Stars reserves, and it's everything that this WISL championship needed was a little action and a wake-up call. And, you know, going into the fourth year, you know, I'm excited to see what Rich Henderson is doing with the Bellingham team to try and rile his troops up.
Yeah, well, Steve Moan, a goal and 2 assists today, kicks things off here in the third quarter. We were talking in the quarter break about what we thought Tacoma was going to do, and it looks like they're going to come out on the front foot as they're not going to be satisfied with a 1-goal lead.
Looks like Danny Minetti is back in the game after spending quite some time in the penalty box.
He had some time to reflect on his actions, and maybe he's a better man for it. I don't know, but he's back in the game for Tacoma. I always laugh about the penalty box because it's just like you get put in timeouts. It's timeout.
It's exactly what it is.
But anyway, here come the Stars. Birueta, long ball, finds Nitzel. Good control. Oh. He knees it up in off the post, and he tried to get the header that just went wide. Held in by Lee. Off the boards, Nitzel. Oh. What a save by Fregoso.
Oh, what amazing save.
Oh, my God, what a save. And that save brought to you by West Coast Goalkeeping. Get all your goalkeeping supplies at West Coast Goalkeeping.
Yeah, just a heck of a game from the Hammer goalkeeper. Just got huge. Look at star jump there. Get as big as he could.
Oh, my God. That was like the flying squirrel or something. I don't know what that was, but it worked. Shot comes in. It's going to be blocked off the foot of Mraz into the arms of the Tacoma keeper. Gus Deal with the ball. He's in the game now. Also, 2-goal scorer Aiden Hernandez tries to get there before Mark Lee, but can't. And it's going to be broken up by Lee. Held in by Mason Adela. Nitzel now as two Bellingham players crash into each other. One of them stays down. Rebound, shot, score. Cale Spence gets another one for Tacoma as they extend their lead to 7-5. And playing to the crowd, Cale Spence, as Bellingham with the unfortunate situation of two players running into each other, leaving the gates open, and Tacoma took full advantage.
Yeah, real unfortunate for the Hammers there with that collision, but just a wonderful strike, opening up the hips to the far post, but going near, and just another reason why he's signed a pro contract to play in the MASL, and that's a really neat deal.
Shot blocked off the leg of Hernandez as Bellingham looks to get right back in this thing. Jordan Voigt now over to Spencer Wolf. Wolf double teamed. Far side, Kent. Now Henderson at the top. Voigt, step over, shot, foot save by Birueta.
Fantastic save.
Wow. The goalkeeping is exceptional tonight by both keepers. Wolf gets the ball back.
Yeah, to note, if you're just tuning in, largest lead of the night for the Stars, making a bit of a comeback here in the second half.
And Birueta waiting for the ball to get past that white line before he touched it. And with 11:46 remaining here in the game, Tacoma up 2. Carmel with it, plays it back to the keeper. Henderson pressuring. Henderson.
Ooh, keeper's out.
Keeper's out. Kent can't get a shot away. Keeper tried to draw a foul on very little contact, and the referee right there didn't buy it. Now down low, it's Wolf. Wolf gets Moan to spin. Henderson with the shot, rebound. Wolf shot saved. Henderson shot just off the near post.
Hammers look like they had a little life in them right there, but just unlucky on some of those hits.
Oh, and here comes Spence again. Cale Spence lays it off for Moan. In the corner, off the boards, Moan to himself. Spence, no, he couldn't get there. And it's going to be one now. This time and now into the boards, and no foul called as Prado Huerta boarded Christian Caro. Spence goes down, no call.
Ref's letting him play, getting physical.
Wow. Isidro lucky once again to not get a blue card. Fregoso now. Long ball. Down low. Gets it to number 17. That's Elliot Rains. Rains taken off the ball once again by Prado Huerta. Played all the way back to Fregoso, who's playing almost getting to the point where they might think about a sixth attacker here, Bellingham. 10 minutes to go, down by 2.
Some Stars fans really banging on the windows, getting excited here with a few
Yeah, they're thinking
left.
it's a Thunderbirds game or something.
Yeah.
Held in. Caro on the ground again. This time it's going to be held in by Lange. And Lange into the boards, and he is down.
That was a huge check. His whole upper torso slamming against
and
the glass.
The officials calling timeout as that is Dylan Lange, and he went right into the boards extremely hard.
It's one of those where he's coming in with speed, trying to make an athletic play, and even if you're just a little off balance, any kind of physicality can really rock you into that board.
Well, he's up and doesn't look any the worse for wear, which is amazing. But yeah, I'm still feeling the vibrations from that hit. But
yeah, that was huge. Some of the MASL pro athletes are starting to trickle in for the next match coming up down here behind the glass.
Yeah, taking a look at the next group of pro players potentially. Long ball into the corner. No, out. He missed the boards, and that's going to go out for a restart.
Top of the key. It'll be top of the.
It'll be a side. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't in their
Just
defensive
outside.
zone. Yeah, very close, but.
I keep thinking it's the pavilion.
Yeah, well, God, this is 3 pavilions right here.
3 pavilions.
Nitzel with the shoulder check. Not happening. Hernandez lays it off. Hernandez gets the ball on the overlap into the corner. He gets there first. Double team comes and loses it to Lee. And a foul is going to be called against Hernandez as he clipped Lee from the back.
It's always funny to see what the refs start calling versus what they haven't in a bit. There's some big hits in this game if you're just tuning in.
Restart. Played off the boards, headed back. Fregoso couldn't get there. Shielded off the ball nicely. Ball down low for Hernandez. Make that Mraz. Mraz trying to get around Schlicku. He can't do it. But he gets the ball back on the turn. Deal. Couldn't find Reigns, and it's going to be a giveaway once again, but heavy pressure, and Bellingham gets it right back. Bellingham needs a goal. Thomas Watson with it. Spencer Wolf into the middle. Broken up nicely by Mason Adela. And Adela wins it, but it's going to be held in by Bellingham. Still fighting as Adela. And eventually it's going to go back to Fregoso.
7:48 left here in the fourth. WISL championship, and Stars are kind of holding on here.
They are, but Bellingham not going away. Thomas Watson tried to get it on the volley, missed it, goes into the hands of Birueta.
A lot of speed here.
Yeah, Lozano. Oh, the shot, that's actually Sammy Tafoya, and Tafoya goes into the boards, and he can't draw a foul either. How did I miss Sammy Tafoya, one of my favorite Ole Town players of all time?
Grew his hair out a little bit.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
And now,
good player.
Giveaway. It's going to end up at the feet of number 16, Gus Deal, as we're under 7 to go here in the game. Danny Fazio into the game also for Bellingham. He's on the ball right now. Oh, and he just couldn't wait that pass enough to find the streaking Caro. And a good recovery there, and now Tacoma on the break once again. Tacoma tried to find Isidro on the diagonal ball, and he couldn't find him. Now it's going to be played back to the keeper. 6:18 to go. Fans are getting restless down there on the boards.
Banging on the boards against the ref's ear right there. Oh, boy.
Oh, man. Elliott Rains with it, plays it back. Ivan Collin to Fazio, out wide, broken up and stolen by Bader. And on the breakout, it's Isidro Prado Huerta, but he could not beat Gus Deal. And now here comes Christian Caro. Caro with it still. Laid off to Fazio. Long ball into the corner, broken up by Bader. The wily veteran hanging on.
You almost wonder if that's going to, the veterans that have experienced a lot of these kinds of moments, it's going to come into play, just keeping it calm, moving the ball around.
Well, I'd expect a timeout the next time Bellingham gets possession, as they're going to need to move into the sixth attacker with 5 minutes to go here in the game, down by 2. Tacoma controlling possession right now.
Nice to see Sammy Tafoya over the ball now. Number 32 on your screen.
Craig Johnson. It's almost like watching a USL 2 Ole Town game on the pitch right now.
Yeah, 2022 all over again.
It's going to be a double team. Craig Johnson now cleared out. Carmel with the pressure on the back of Hernandez, and Tacoma maintaining possession. 4:30 to go in the game.
Ooh.
Now it's Tafoya as he gets taken off the ball, and that is a foul. And boy, that could be a shootout if the referee decides.
Yeah,
Nope, it's going to be a free kick only.
Yeah, you almost looked
wow,
like
that was close.
From behind and almost a goal-scoring opportunity.
And just before the kick, a timeout given to Bellingham. No, delay of game.
Oh, wow.
Strange.
That's a turn.
Yeah, that's a strange.
Steve Moan doesn't like it. Coach and player on the front line, number 26, telling Taylor, the ref there, didn't like the call. Ooh, goalkeeper almost tried to run off there for the sixth attacker, but couldn't quite make the transition work on that one.
Yeah, Richard Henderson's got the blue penny on right now, ready to come into the game, and this time a foul is going to be called on Bellingham. And a blue card given to Bellingham for accumulation.
Not good timing here with 3:30 left. Hammer's desperate to make some type of impact here. Haven't scored yet in the second half.
And what this, no, they've scored one. They've scored one.
Yeah, that's right.
But what this does is it keeps Bellingham from being able to utilize that sixth attacker. So, boy, what a turn of events now in this championship game. Tacoma on the power play, don't really have to do much. Bellingham needs to press. Steve Moan with it. Prado Huerta. And if you pressure too much, then it leaves the front line open. So not a lot for Bellingham to do at this point. Moan with good ball skills.
If he can break it open.
It's going to be stolen. Oh, and Moan with a good shoulder charge. Push down. Kent, shot comes in just off the boards high. Flicked in, held in by Manetti. Gets it to Spence, looking for the hat trick. Cale Spence pulls it back smartly as time continues to trickle down. 1:12 to go on the power play.
Ooh, a little push from the Hammers there against Moan.
Yeah, Colin. Players not liking Moan's physicality. He takes the shot that goes just wide. 2:27 to go in the game, 55 seconds to go in the power play. 2-goal lead for Tacoma. Prado Huerta lays off for Spence. Spence plays it off the boards into his own face, maintains control. Prado Huerta plays it into the middle. Shot saved off the line by Fregoso, and he quickly calls a timeout. That's twice tonight that Fregoso has saved one on the line, and a 60-second timeout called boy, what a just insane fourth quarter. To only produce one goal so far is just unreal. The wall-to-wall action and the exceptional goalkeeping, it's just been fun to watch.
Yeah, dodged a bullet down there. Hammers did. That looked like it was going to find its way in, and it's just been a really tough half for the Hammers. Going into the halftime with a lead and just conceding what's been just a Stars offensive melee.
Yeah.
And you just wonder what's going to happen here in the last couple minutes. About 34 seconds left in the power play, and the Hammers need to respond fast, and they need goals.
Yes, they do. And 34 seconds to go in the power play. I can imagine that Richard Henderson's going to come in at goal for the remainder of the power play. And we'll see what happens after the time runs out, and they essentially go on a power play of their own, but with nobody in the goal, you have to maintain control of that ball.
And if you're tuning in, there's a second game tonight. We're not covering it, but it is the MASL Stars versus the Harrisburg Heat. And you will actually see the WISL champs crowned at halftime of that game, including numerous WISL awards, and players are going to be honored at halftime of the MASL match. Starts at 5 p.m. tonight, right after this game at the Showwear Center.
Yeah, the Stars hoping to punch their ticket into the Ron Newman Cup playoffs in the MASL. And just like my clairvoyant Karnak the Magnificent Brain said, Richard Henderson in at goal with the blue penny on, sixth attacker.
Yeah, Rich is a dangerous veteran from the Hammers, and definitely can make something happen.
And he's going to just lay it down. Power play essentially over at this point. 5-on-5. Into the corner. Flicked up. It's Colin. He's going to get there somehow. Triple teamed. Given away. Prado Huerta out wide. Henderson tracks back. It's going to be blocked. Oh, the ball off the face.
Then ball into the
of Lange.
Stars bench there. It'd be free kick for Tacoma.
Yep, 9 seconds to go on the power play, a minute 38 in the game. Played back to Mark Lee. Craig Johnson on the turn. Out wide, it's Spence. Plays it back to Lee. Minetti now with it for Tacoma. Power plays over into the corner now. Adela loses out to the Hammers, and then here comes Bellingham on the break. Spence. And a foul is going to be called on Spence for pulling down, and that's going to be the sixth foul on Tacoma, so that's going to be a blue card. And boy, how the tables have turned here with a minute 12 to go here in the game.
Needs to happen fast.
It's going to be a 6-on-4 now for Bellingham. So what they need to do is get a goal quickly to get back in this thing.
Watch the big chip.
Boy, this game has had everything we thought it would, and then some.
Yeah, yellow for 5 minutes, blue cards, power plays, big hits. It's been an action-packed WISL championship. No better way to end the year on this.
Henderson now with it at the top. Laid off. Hernandez lays it off up wide.
Ooh.
Henderson. Hernandez gets it to Henderson. Played it out wide. That was Caro. Chipped back to Caro. Tacoma keeping their shape.
46 seconds left.
Shot comes in. Shot just wide. Caro gets the rebound. Shot comes in off the boards. Rebound off the side of the foot. Henderson keeps it in play. Henderson at the top. Lays it off. Caro. Shot blocked into the corner. Held in by Flavin. Flavin with the shot that's just high off the boards. Caro controls it. Played across Flavin again into the net. 19 seconds to go.
The crowd is really getting animated here for the Stars as the writing is starting to come on the wall here with 19 seconds left.
It is. Long throw out. Henderson grabs it. Henderson finds Flavin. Flavin off the boards, broken up, held in by Bellingham. Chipped across to Caro. 5 seconds to go. The board into the hands of Berrueta, and that is going to do it. And the Tacoma Stars Reserves are your 2023-24 WISL champions. Three-peat for the Reserves.
Yeah, just overwhelming presence in the WISL League, having taken the #1 seed into the playoff. And, looked good in the first half for the Hammers, but that just an extraordinary second half comeback for the Stars.
Yeah, it was an exceptional game played by both teams. It's good to see the sportsmanship here at the end. Both teams played hard, but Tacoma, boy, they just found that extra gear in the third quarter, and Bellingham had no answers for that 5-minute stretch.
Yeah, Cale Spence, I would say just kind of came out roaring out of that half, and signed the MSL contract this year. Had some wonderful strikes, that far post strike, and then down here on the north end of the show where just kind of closed, put a cap on this game.
Yeah, and I don't know if we do this or not, but Cale Spence would be my player of the game, my MVP of the WISL championship game. 2 goals and just an outstanding job of hustle and sportsmanship, and just a great all-around game for him as the players jumping around, celebrating the title, and that's just going to put a cap on the, probably the most successful and balanced WISL season in recent memory.
Yeah, John Crouch, president of the WISL, out on the field to do some honors for the Tacoma Stars, taking the title today. A lot of Stars faithful here.
The NWLPI teams that came out to support this game and for what they do for the pro game, which we're about to see tonight.
And we're going to let John take it away here.
We want to go ahead and present your 2023-24 3 in a row.
As John Crouch gets ready to present the trophy, Jeff Bader standing over it, but it's going to go to Danny Manitti and Jeff Bader as the trophy lift happens.
Yeah.
And the Tacoma Stars Reserves are officially the WISL champions for the 3rd year in a row.
Yeah, 3rd year in a row. There's something in the water, definitely. Something going on here. And, it's a pipeline, it's a farm league, it's a farm team for the pros, and you can definitely get a sense today that something happened in the second half and in that halftime adjustment that just the Hammers could not overcome, and just another big year for them. Only 1 loss all year long for the Stars.
Yeah, they just have a good program and a machine that's been running down there. Tip of the hat to Bellingham as they played hard, just got tripped up at the end, and just a tough way to lose, but a good game all around. Well, they're getting the celebratory photo taken. Ryan, any last thoughts on the game tonight, the season as a whole? Anything else you'd want to throw out there for the people listening right now?
Yeah, folks, another thing that you need to take into consideration is support your local semi-pro, pro-am clubs. They're small, they're grassroots, they're usually run by a couple people. You don't ever hear about them, and you just need to get your season tickets. You need to support them by coming to the games, watching them, supporting them, being a sponsor. If you work for a local business, support them. Doesn't matter who they are, the Bellingham Hammers, Tacoma, FC Olympia. Come out, support those clubs, because they can't exist without your support, getting the tickets and being there at the games.
And I think you'd be surprised at how many Pro-Am teams there are in the area on varying levels of competition. So, yeah, what Ryan said, support your local soccer teams. That is how it starts. It starts when you're a kid, but it keeps going as you're an adult, and this helps keep the fire alive. So on behalf of Cartwright Media and Brandon Cartwright, alongside Ryan Perkins, and thanks to FC Olympia for sponsoring this cast, my name is John McGlamory, signing off for the last time in the 2023-24 WISL season, as we just watched the Tacoma Stars Reserves win their 3rd title in a row. And what a way to end another season. And boy, we'll see you again in November. Take care, everybody.